How you doing? I'm Donnie D. Philippus with the Summit Police Department. I'm here at the Village Green with HTTV for National Night Out. This is our 5th National Night Out that we'll be covering with HTTV in a special off-the-cuff edition. You're going to meet a lot of law enforcement here from around the county, around the state, obviously from Summit. You're going to meet a lot of Summit special services with the fire department, EMS, DPW, downtown Summit, all that stuff. So we got a lot of people here, got a lot of things to see. So let's have a good night, and we'll catch you later. I'm standing here with Chief Robert Weck with the Summit Police Department. Chief, this is your, how many years now?
Too many to count. It's probably the 8th National Night Out.
8th National Night Out. I say this every year. This is turned into one of the finest National Nights Out in the state, maybe even in the country. I remember when we first started, it was just in a back parking lot at headquarters, and now it's turned into this. Can you explain what this means to you and how important it is to you?
The great thing about the National Night Out is it's really to bring the communities together with the police department and other community organizations to, quote, fight crime. But here in Summit, we're lucky. We're doing that every day with our community. We really have built, as you know, we've built a really strong relationship with all the stakeholders in Summit, whether they're business owners, residents, Board of Education. We've really made that a focal point of our mission, is to be one team, because it is teamwork. And I think that's one of the strongest reasons for National Night Out. But we really kind of have a National Night Out every day.
Okay, I'm standing here with Mayor Nora Raitis. Mayor Raitis, how long have you been the mayor now in Summit?
3.5 years. I was sworn in January of 2016.
Okay, very awesome. Comes to all the events. You see her at all the community events, and she always gives us an interview, so we're happy about that. Mayor Raitis, what does National Night Out mean to you as far as the community and special services here in Summit?
I think it's a terrific format for the members of this community who work so hard, police, fire, EMS, DCS, all the various city departments, to come and show the families kind of what their stuff is. And it's really fun stuff. Children love it. It's also an opportunity. In a little while, we'll have what's called the Blessing of the Badges, and it's a way for citizens, our residents, to honor our first responders and all the people that work so hard to keep our city so beautiful. And in particular, like DCS guys, I mean, we live in a beautiful city, and nobody ever complains to me about how the city looks because of Public Works, and if they do, we get it fixed right away. So I'm really proud of everything that these guys do, men and women, all day, every day.
Okay, I'm standing here with Deputy Chief Don Nelson of the Summit Fire Department and Chief Kari Fair of the Summit EMS. Start with you, Deputy Chief.
Sure.
What does it mean for you guys to be a part of National Night Out here in Summit?
Well, I think it's important to mix with the crowd, the public, obviously, mix with the different agencies. We do this every year, so it's always a great time. And I get interviewed every year, even though you chased me around the field tonight. You finally caught up to me. But it's great to see all these agencies out here, all the different, the bomb squad and the state police. The only time I see the state police is when I get pulled over on the parkway. Sure. But other than that, it's great. It's getting together, talking like this, seeing the crowd, getting everybody involved with going in our equipment, seeing what we do. It's a great night. It's really a lot of fun.
Yeah, I know my kids get a kick out of seeing the fire trucks and everything.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Kari, what about you? What does this night mean to you?
I think basically the same thing. It's important that we get to know the public know us. So when, an emergency arises, there's some familiarity with the people, the equipment, and that type of thing. And it makes it a whole lot easier. And like Deputy Chief Don Nelson said about meeting all the other agencies here, you see them once, you feel like you know that. So if you're in a real incident, it makes it a whole lot much more comfortable.
Okay, Deputy Chief, you guys go on a. How many calls do you think you guys would get a year as far as getting out to houses and dealing with people?
Well, we do between 2,800, 3,000 calls a year. It might be a little high, but around 2,800. But you know, the vast majority of those are obviously in town. We go on mutual aid, so we get in a lot of houses, occupancies in town. So what's unique about tonight is we might see somebody here, and we'll recognize the face, and they'll come up to us and go, "Oh, you came to my house for the water leak, or you came to my house because my dryer was smoking or something." So we might not remember the names, but we always remember faces.
Yeah.
So that's what helps. That's what helps here. It's great.
And Kari, you guys going to first aid calls and medical calls. Sometimes you're going, as the fire department does as well, you're dealing with people in high stress environments. If you run into them in an event like this, it gives you a chance maybe to talk to them.
We actually just had a woman come up to us before, and the paramedics saying, you know, we were at her house and she was very thankful and she hopes to never see us in that situation again. Cool. But, you know, it's nice to see us here at this event and be able to talk to us and kind of ask some other questions. So it is nice. It gives them a chance to talk.
Well, on behalf of the police department, we thank you guys for being here.
I want to say thanks to the Department of Community Programs, Summit Police Department, for setting this up. You guys do a fantastic job every year, and this year was a little unique because the other part of the green's closed, so a little bit more close quarters. But you guys always pull through. So nice job to both agencies.
Thank you. Thanks. We got to thank Sergeant Daly for that. He puts this together.
There you go.
Thank you.
Kari, thanks.
Thank you.
I'm here with Dominic and Anthony DeFilippis. This is our 5th interview with Dominic, and I believe it's the 3rd with Anthony and Dominic. So, guys, why don't you start out? How old are you?
7, 4,
Okay, and what town do you live in?
Summit,
Summit. Very good. What grade are you in?
First,
Where do you go to school?
Jefferson, 4 years old.
What does National Night Out mean to you?
It's where the police and the community come together. It's where the police and the community come together.
Oh, so you have the same answer there. Very good. All right, what's your favorite sports teams?
Rutgers and New York Yankees.
Rutgers
Wrestling.
and the Yankees. What about you?
Penn State Wrestling and New York Mets.
Oh, we got Big Ten rivals here and New York rivals. Very good. How do you guys stay in the same house? You must always be fighting. Is that right?
No.
No. Good. Good answer. Good answer. All right, guys. Thank you for coming. Always a pleasure to interview you guys. Dominic and Anthony, thank you very much. All right, well, that wraps it up here at National Night Out from the Village Green with HTTV and the Summit Police Department. I'm Donnie DeFilippis. When you see a police officer on the street, be sure to go up to him, say hi, introduce yourself. That's what this is all about, community and police, bringing them together. Our 5th National Night Out with HTTV. We'll see you next year.